Hey Rebels, if you're joining us, hello, welcome. We're outside the Home Office in London, the Ministry of Housing and Local Communities, where rebels are digging up the lawn. This is in protest to the proposed expansion of coal mine, the open cast coal mine in Durham. Security are slow to do anything about this. Hello Rebels, if you're just joining us, we're outside the Home Office in London where rebels have just arrived and digging up the lawn in front of the Ministry of Local Housing and Communities and Planning in protest over the proposed expansion of the Durham open cast coal mine up north. The planning permission was refused 2 years ago, but it's now back. Extinction Rebellion Durham have been protesting for the last couple of days against the proposed expansion, and this is a solidarity action in London to make sure that the planning permission does not go ahead. We're sending a message to Robert Jennick, who is the secretary of this community, to refuse the planning permission. It is in his power. Hi Steve, thanks for joining us. Thank you everyone for joining us. There's quite a scene outside the Home Office. Rebels dressed as ministers digging up the lawn in front of the Home Office. Let's see if I can get a bit closer. Why are you digging up this lawn?
Because this is progress, this is what we need. We've consulted the necessary people, we've thought about this a lot, it's the right decision. We need to keep investing in coal, we need to keep making money. This is what we need here. Economic growth is the key to everything.
Renewables are not the answer. It's a fad, mining has been our way of living for a long time. It's not the time to stop. These group of mad, rebellion people want us to behave differently, to change. But this nation is about supporting long-lasting and historical ways of living. So here we are, mining outside the Home Office.
I say keep digging.
I think when you're in a hole, keep digging.
Minor scars of the land, there's lots of green space, there's more green space. This is okay, we can do this. One small sky won't make a difference.
What are you doing right now?
We can stop investing in coal abroad, we can make our own coal, we can keep making coal, it's fine.
If it was good enough for the Victorians, it's good enough for us.
Should we really be doing what the Victorians are doing?
Absolutely should.
My God! Bloody love it!
Leave that coal in the hole! In the hole! Leave that coal! Stop it!
What do you think you're doing here? What do you think you're doing here?
Let's have some deep non-violence here. Let's have some deep non-violence. Let's respectfully ask these politicians why they think digging up coal when there is a climate emergency is okay. Why do you think that it's okay to dig up coal when we are in a climate emergency? It's the economy. Stupid.
It's the economy, stupid.
Climate emergency. How's it going to help our economy? How do you think our economy is going to run? We need this coal. What do you guys think about that? They just said this is just because of the economy. What?
Stop digging up the earth! What are you doing?
One banner on the other side.
Politicians!
Sorry.
Economy!
Oh, sorry.
Stop digging!
What do you guys think they should be doing?
Man, it's a false economy. Stop the coal mine expansion.
Progress.
We don't need
That's
coal.
what it looks like. Yeah, leave it in the ground, exactly.
Get it down.
Get it down.
What are you doing? We're in a climate emergency.
I can't believe you're doing this right outside the ministry. Stop digging.
You said stop digging. What these politicians are here, they're going to answer your questions. They're really respectful.
Don't worry, keep calm, we're making plenty of money, we're just going to keep going for a few more years.
Over 2.8 million tons of coal.
Oh my God. Hey, if you're just joining us, we're outside the Home Office in London, the Ministry of Housing and Local Communities, sending a message to the current Secretary of the Ministry to reject the planning permission for the expansion of the open cast coal mine in Durham. We have rebels dressed up and acting as ministers, digging up the front lawn outside the Home Office, whilst Extinction Rebellion activists protest against them. Hi.
2025, if we're gonna stay alive. 2025 or 50 doesn't matter if they're shifting. If we open up this team,
Quite a scene.
You must say no. No more coal, it's got to go.
no more coal, it's got to go.
No more coal, it's got to go. So is there a better way? Is there a better way? These politicians have asked, is there a better way?
Let's just go and have a look outside the front of the Home Office. Security don't quite know what to do right now. Here we are at the Home Office outside the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government. That is the government department responsible for giving the go-ahead to the planning permission of the expansion of the coal mine in Durham. We've got Extinction Rebellion protesters digging up the front lawn, and the Popo have just arrived, expecting some imminent arrest.
Money is what gets them elected. What do you think about that? No more coal, it's got to go.
No more coal, it's got to go!
No more coal, it's got to go. No more coal, it's got to go.
No more coal, it's got to go.
For
No more coal, it's got to go. No more coal, it's got to go. No more coal, it's got to go.
2 years ago, the government actually stopped the expansion and opening of a mine because of climate change. What do you think about climate change? Can we get your thought on the mic here? Madam.
Whatever what's left of the green belt, going back to my digging.
What do you think of climate change?
Economic progress is how we can solve all our problems. Children, you don't understand. Economic progress is what we need, okay?
Stop digging!
Getting a bit slippy underfoot, eh? The lawn outside the front of the Home Office has been utterly decimated by these ministers who are digging up the ground. This is essentially what the government are doing up north, digging through natural habitats, polluting the environment, extracting coal from the ground that we burn to pump into the atmosphere, releasing CO2 and warming our planet, resulting in catastrophic climate change.
No more coal, it's got to go.
The Popo have just gone straight to... They just... I don't think they know what to do.
They're asking the government what to do. Hopefully the government just stops this nonsense.
So why are you guys here today?
Well, I'm here because we can't have an open coal mine expansion in 2020 when we all know that we're in a climate emergency and that even the government acknowledged that we shouldn't expand coal worldwide. So why not starting in your own country and stopping it here? And that's why we're here.
Is it true that is it true that the government have banned fossil fuel coal powered power stations in the UK?
Well, as far as I understood, they said we should stop supporting it worldwide. I don't know how this could have gone ahead. If it would have been fully properly banned, it shouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why this is possible.
And what are these guys doing over there?
Well, these guys are digging up the coal, and we try to get them to stop because this is exactly the stuff we do not need in 2020. We need to keep the coal in the ground, and we need to find alternatives.
All they care about is economic progress.
Yeah, they can't eat the economic progress, unfortunately.
What a load of bullshit. Thank you! The police have just walked straight past.
Our children are acting like leaders, and you, the leaders, are acting like children. What? Okay.
We were elected to do this job.
I don't think you are. You were elected to lead the people. You are elected to look after the well-being and the safety of your
Okay,
people.
what are we going to do without coal? We need it.
We're going to have to use renewable energy. Carry on burning coal. Carry on burning coal. We're going straight off the cliff.
We're just renewing our coal supply.
Oh, so that doesn't matter then. So, where are you exporting it? To another planet?
We're going to offset it, dear boy.
Oh, we're offsetting it, is it? Oh, great. Just stop digging. Come on.
Keep your distance. I can smell you from here. Just stay back.
So, hello, thanks for joining us. If you're watching from the UK, if you're watching or anywhere else on the planet, just to fill you in on what's going on. Yesterday, campaigners in Durham, that's up north in the UK, continue to pile pressure on the local council to do the right thing and reject planning permission to extend the open cast coal mine in Durham. And this morning, Extinction Rebellion have brought the issue right to the doors of the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government with a very visual message to Robert Jennick, who is the Secretary of the department responsible for granting the planning permission.
Thanks mining, expanding the coal mine in County Durham.
Just offset them.
We've got rebels dressed up as ministers with big yellow shovels digging up the lawn in front of the Home Office. Hey Michael, love from Australia, thank you. I'm sure you can sympathise with us at the moment with regards to coal mine and coal mine expansion.
We just open a few more mines. No! Don't worry about your health. Don't worry about your children. You see, we combine it with electric vehicles. And we'll just burn it somewhere you won't see. No! Now, more mines are good.
Leave it in the ground.
No, you say? Sorry, I can't hear you. I'll just go back to my mining.
Keep that coal in the hole. 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 Keep that coal in the hole.
Deeper than we thought. There's more coal here than we ever have. Yeah, there's got to be more coal than we think. Well, we can make a lot of money out of it. We're going to make a lot of money out of it. Yeah, exactly. And that's our job. Yeah. That money's for everybody.
The government has recently approved the Woodhouse Colliery in West Cumbria, which will involve digging up 2.8 million tonnes of coal every year until 2070. That the government's target to go carbon neutral is 2050, and 2050 is too late. Police, why are you stopping them? We need to stop this illegal coal
who are the police going to arrest? Are they going to arrest Extinction Rebellion or the ministers who are digging?
Millions more die every year from pollution. We need you to stop this illegal activity. We need you, government, to stop the expansion of the coal mine in County Durham.
Stop digging! Stop digging!
The Prime Minister recently announced that the government has banned financial support for coal mines and power plants around the world. So, why are you here allowing it in Britain? Sir, politicians, do you not respect the Prime Minister?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, I was too busy.
Do you not respect the Prime Minister?
Of course I do.
He's just stopped.
That's why we're doing
He's
it.
just stopped coal
He asked
mining
us to do this.
and coal power plant funding around the world. Why are you doing it still in the UK?
Because it's called progress, mate.
No, we didn't elect you here to do this, did we?
Absolutely did, yeah.
And the government policy is not being. Government policy doesn't say anything about not mining in this country. Policy is to continue.
Coal is our heritage, not our future.
Coal is our heritage, not our future.
Coal is our heritage, not our future.
Coal is our heritage, not our future. Coal is our heritage, not our future. Coal is our heritage, not our future. Coal is our heritage, not our future. Coal is our heritage, not our future. Coal is our heritage, not our future.
Whose future?
Everyone!
Whose future?
Our future!
Whose future?
Our future!
Whose future? Whose future? Whose future? Do we hear some? Has anyone got another question for these politicians who are continuing to expand coal mining?
Exactly. Ask them if they have children. Listen, guys, we really want to know. Do you have children? Do you have children of your own?
Let's go and hear from them. Do you have children of your own?
They're in a very good private school. Don't worry.
Sir, can you just answer this man's question? We need some accountability from the politician. Do you have children?
I do, but I've had them genetically altered to be immune to coal pollution. So they'll be fine, don't worry.
Thank you, sir. Sir, do you have children? Do you have children?
Beautiful, sexless, and magnificent.
Sorry, sir, you've got to come here. We need some accountability. Excuse me, Minister, do you have children?
The police are on our side. Look, can't you see?
Not far away.
She doesn't have children. She doesn't have children. What can we do? Sorry. She would like to speak to you.
These protesters are awfully rowdy. Would somebody please lock them up?
Would somebody lock up this crowd of protesters? Is what the politicians are asking. We are asking that the police stop illegal coal mining, that the police help protect our future, protect the people of this country, the people of this planet. There's over 800,000 people a year dying from the effects of coal, and yet this government is about to expand coal mining. This government has just agreed to dig up millions of tons of coal every year until 2070, but we know that this is a climate emergency. We cannot continue with that.
Coal is our heritage, not our future. 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 Coal is our heritage, not our future.
Hello, good morning. If you're just joining us, we're outside the Home Office in London, outside the Ministry of Housing, Community and Local Government. Why? Because early March, I was wrong, this department in London is poised to grant planning permission for the expansion of the open cast coal mine in Durham. This came as last week Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the UK, actually passed a law to ban all financial support for foreign coal mines. Yet, he's allowing it to happen on our own turf. And that coal will be exported to foreign countries to burn for power, polluting our atmosphere, adding carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, raising global temperatures, leading to catastrophic climate change. That's why we're here today. We've got a group of rebels, ministers should I say, digging up the lawn outside the Home Office. Quite a mess has been made. This is exactly what ministers are doing up north, destroying natural habitats, destroying the local environment. It's going to be some of your comments. Anna, thank you. I could never imagine a day where I fully support this kind of action. I have a conflict and always been law-abiding, but when the world's governments continue to create new coal mines, continue to log native forests and ignore the critically urgent actions required to mitigate some of the most frightening impacts of the current climate crisis, we're left with so few non-violent disobedient options. I totally agree with you. I mean, preferably this kind of action wouldn't have to take place, but governments are not listening. Oh.
We don't have one. This is all we know how to do. We've been doing this for 30, 40 years now, longer. This is all we know. There is no alternative, right?
I'm sorry, that's not a good enough answer. You were recently elected. What is your plan? What did you tell your constituents?
It sounds to me like you couldn't even understand my plan. I don't think you have the brain to understand my plan. And I think you do what?
Fair enough, I'll give you the one. I'll stand further away. But I'm not as smelly as coal. Coal pollution is killing people every year. How are you continuing that in our communities in this country when your Prime Minister has even said we will stop this around the world? They're saying it's progress. What have you got to say? What have you got to say to these politicians here?
I trusted you. I voted for you as a One Nation Conservative believing in this beautiful land. And
We will not fail you, don't worry, boy.
I want to cry.
Everything will be fine. What can you do?
Oh God, you wouldn't know the truth and it hit you. You're so used to lying.
Somebody stop them! Stop them! This is criminal damage! Support it up! Criminal damage!
Where's Travers?
Eco-side in progress.
Police are here, but they don't seem to quite know what to do. Thank you everyone for joining us, thank you for your comments. Sorry I haven't had a chance to read them all. Scott Morrison would be proud, yeah, true. Helen, yeah, the police are really slow today, they don't quite know what to do, they haven't had their coffee.
Coal mines in the north expanding. That's why we are here demanding that the government say no. 2050 is too late.
Hi Steve, thanks for joining, thanks for watching, thanks for your comments, thanks for your love.
But 2025 or 50, if we open up this team, so government, you must say no.
No more coal, it's got to go! 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 No more coal, it's got to go!
say anything else you want. Given they're not arresting anybody.
Hey, if you're just joining us, we're outside the Home Office, where Extinction Rebellion are holding a protest against the expansion of the Durham coal mine. We're in a climate and ecological emergency, so Extinction Rebellion are calling on both the local councils and the UK government to tell the truth and to act now to protect the public by rejecting Banks's application to expand the Durham coal mine. Here we are outside the Home Office, the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government. Police are here, not really doing much. Oh, big van's just pulled up. Arrests are probably imminent. Stay tuned. Hi Christina, thank you. Hi Sandra. Media have turned up now.
They're too busy stopping the people trying to protect the environment.
So yesterday, campaigners in Durham continued to pile pressure on the local council to do the right thing and reject the planning application. The decision is due to be made in March. So this morning, Extinction Rebellion in London are joining in solidarity with our Northern rebels to tell the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government with this very visual message to stop digging when you're in a hole.
Coal mines and power plants around the world. Thank you. You're allowing this in Britain, here in London and in Durham. You just can't trust an enemy that doesn't kill people.
Hi Alice. Finally.
Coal mining, coal power plants, and millions more from the collusion.
No more coal. 2050. Zero carbon date. We need 2025. If we don't stay alive, 2025 or 50.
Doesn't matter if they're shifting.
Why don't you go to China?
Are you glad the police have turned up?
Oh, I'm very glad. I'm very reassured. I'm very reassured. I'm here to protect the state, as are we, as you can see here.
We need 2025.
Thanks.
If we want to stay alive.
2025 or 50. If we open up the steam. No more coal, it's got to go. No more coal, it's got to go. No more coal, it's got to go. In 2018, the former Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Local Government and the current Chancellor, Sajid Javid, rejected the plans for an open-cast coal mine in Druids Bay, saying it would have a substantial impact on climate change. So why is the current minister allowing this now in 2020 when we know that there's a climate emergency? We've seen it on the news, we've seen it it on TV, and yet these politicians are continuing to expand carbon extraction here in this country.
This is criminal damage of our earth! Ecocide! Stop the ecocide!
The new Woodhouse colliery in West Cumbria will involve digging up 2.8 million tonnes of coal every year until 2070. Our government have just set a target of 2050 for zero carbon. How does that make any sense? To continue digging up coal, which is killing people around the world, increasing the climate emergency. We need to stop this madness now. I mean, look at them. They're on their hands and knees.
This is criminal damage to our earth! Arrest them! Arrest them now!
We need to stop coal mining expansion now.
This is an emergency right now!
Whose future? Whose future? Whose future? Whose future? Whose future? Whose future?
Coal is our heritage, not our future! Coal is our heritage, not our future! Coal is our heritage, not our future!
Coal is our heritage, not our future.
Coal is our heritage, not our future! Coal is our heritage, not our future! Coal is our heritage, not our future!
Let's hear from them!
Help us! Say no to the expansion! Say no to coal mine expansion! No to coal mine expansion! No to coal mine expansion! No to coal mine expansion!
That's the only reason is continuing coal mining in this country.
We can't hear you!
We can't hear you, we need some accountability. Why are you continuing to do this? It says profit.
Right,
Why are you continuing to do this?
Plenty of money. The economy is all that matters. Life matters. Under the ground. We just keep mining it. We'll keep that economy afloat.
So you're going to go zero carbon by 2050. Why are you now expanding coal mines?
This coal mine will be carbon neutral. Insanity! Insanity! Neutral, thumbs up.
Why continue to do it in the UK and then sell it abroad?
I've told you a number of times now, money is the future, okay? This is carbon neutral coal. We've invented such a thing. Money is the future, we must secure it. This is your future. We are doing this in your best interest. Do you not understand?
Arrest them!
Life over profit! Life over profit!
Life over profit! Life over profit! Life over profit!
Life over profit! Life over profit!
With this further, by 2025, we'll have to stop burning the coal in the power stations. Where we've got 5 years, the clock is ticking, and actually there is no policy for us ever to stop mining the coal on these shores of Britain. So that policy, we're just going to keep digging it, and we're going to make sure that policy never ever gets through, because we need coal to keep this economy afloat. Now go away,
Life
or I'll
over
get you
profit!
arrested.
Life over profit! 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 Life over profit!
Arrest them!
Here they come.
Bravo! Arrest them!
coal mining.
Arrest the politicians!
No more coal, it's got to go. 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 No more coal, it's got to go.
Why are you being arrested, Minister?
No more coal, it's got to go. No more coal, it's got to go.
We love you. We love you. Thank you for arresting these ministers.
Climate criminals!
Historic moment! Please just stop the government from digging up our earth and protect the human life!
Thank you, police.
The Barracks Mining, Port Valley, open cast call sign, Bradley, Durham.
Arrest that politician! Good work, police!
Thank you, police! Thank you, police!
Take him away!
Arresting the
No, they're not! Arrest the politician!
Thank you, police, for arresting the criminals!
We need to stop open cast coal mining. We need to stop the expansion of open cast coal mining. The government has just agreed to open a coal mine where they will be digging up 2.8 million tons of coal every year until 2070. Yet we're in a climate emergency. They said that they will go carbon neutral by 2050. They said that they will stop funding coal mining around the world, and yet they are continuing here in this country, risking the lives of our communities, risking the future of our children.
If you get this one on the carrier, I know this is whoever's got this carrier, we'll take it on the carrier. Come around.
Yeah, that's up here, mate. Yep. Just safe for you. Yeah, I understand. Cool.
No more coal, it's got to go. The Ministry of
Because we're sorry, we're allowed to escape. We've got any idea on this one?
That's There's Travers. Why you're here and your protesting for today, and off you go.
We're here because the only person who has the power to stop a new coal mine being expanded in the north of England is Robert Jenrick, the current Minister for Housing and Local Communities, who has his office inside this building. In the past, the government has stepped in and allowed criminal companies to continue digging up the ground despite it being insane in the midst of this climate emergency. And right now, Durham County Council is being asked to vote on allowing a new coal mine to be expanded. We are asking Robert Jenrick and the rest of his department to save us, save our futures, and keep coal in the ground.
Genius, well said.
How did you just realize?
I couldn't just fire another question, that's all right. So I'm Martin from I work with ITV TV, just heard about this, so a little bit later. You got names? We can get names. Yeah, could you say and spell your name for me, just so I've got it for the tape?
Yes, it's Joel Scott Hawks, which is JOELSCOTT-HALKES.
Fantastic. So what's your sort of issues with the potential to expand the mine in County Durham?
I don't think you need anyone other than just an ordinary passerby to work out that it's completely mad to be opening and expanding a new coal mine in the midst of a climate and ecological emergency. The government has just said, Boris Johnson announced, that we won't be funding coal extraction overseas in any other country except this one. Seems a bit hypocritical, doesn't it? And indeed, it's all part of the mad inconsistencies of this government, who on one hand stand up with David Attenborough and say they've got a plan, and on the other hand dig filthy coal out of the ground and continue subsidising fossil fuels to put our children's future at a risk.
What do you say to the people in the northeast who say we create jobs, and this is a great way to do that?
Well, actually, the insane thing about this coal mine is that the unions associated with this type of coal mining don't support open coal digging anyway, open cast coal mines. And so this contradicts even what the workers up there want. And actually, we find that many people up there, what they really want is a Green New Deal, a green industrial revolution, clean jobs that don't pollute their lungs, that don't pollute the lungs of their children, but give them an actual bright future with proper investment and proper opportunities, not some Victorian solution that's going to keep them trapped in something that soon won't be valuable anyway because it will become illegal as we reach 2050 net zero.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Nice one.
Well said. Amazing. Are you happy with the result today, Joel?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah?
These filthy politicians digging up our land, extracting coal at the expense of us, of ordinary people, are there. Arrested, as they should be.
It's nice to see the police are actually arresting ministers this time, not Extinction Rebellion.
Well, I am delighted. As someone who's had their house raided, been arrested 5 times just trying to ask this, it would appear that the tides have finally turned. Do you know what I mean? Like, finally they're arresting the right people.
Thank you, Joel. Well done.
My pleasure.
See you later. Thank you everyone for watching. We've been outside the Home Office, the Department of Housing, Communities and Local Government in a action in solidarity with Durham Extinction Rebellion, where a coal mine expansion is currently in the planning permission. We're asking Robert Jenrick, who is the secretary of this government department, to stop the planning permission. It is in his hands. Boris Johnson, Prime Minister, has said only last week that we will not be financing any coal extraction or power stations abroad, yet it is continuing on our home turf. This is unacceptable at a point of climate and ecological crisis. Thank you for joining us. Please continue to support Extinction Rebellion. Please like Extinction Rebellion UK. If you're in the UK, we have a march on the 22nd of February. Check the Facebook for more details. Please come and support and do as much as you can. And this has been a success today. The ministers who are digging up our land have been arrested by the police. Thanks very much.
3 times, the Bank Mining Group took the case to the High Court. Months of process, turned out to the EPO's right to the land, and basically to do whatever they wanted with it on the garden. That respect to build massive open-cast coal mine, which is so damaging to the local environment and the wider environment. And it's so damaging in fact that the Durham Miners Union, the Durham Miners Association, have actually voted and come out against open-cast coal mines. And they actually campaigned with the local community 2 years ago to prevent the mine from going ahead. Anyway, long story short, it went ahead. And now they want to expand even more. In a climate emergency, they want to essentially double in size, and people don't want that to happen. And so Pont Valley campaign reached out to Extinction Rebellion, and we thought we'd get on board with their campaign and try to raise awareness of it and put pressure on the key stakeholders who basically hold this decision. So at the beginning of next month, Durham County Council are voting on the proposed expansion on the 5th of March. We believe there are 16 members of the planning committee who are going to be considering their application. We hope they'll vote against it, and in fact local campaigners believe they will as well, because it's sort of broadly similar makeup of the committee that voted against the mine 2 years ago. The issue is that actually in many cases these decisions go beyond local council, because the Banks Mining Group has the ability to take the case to law, as they did 2 years ago, and basically that battle will be played out beyond their heads. And we're here calling on the local Community and Local Government Minister Robert Jenrick to listen to our pleas and intervene, because he has the power to oppose all planning applications across this country, and in particular in really contentious issues and cases like this. Basically, so again, the local campaign wrote to that minister 2 years ago. It wasn't actually Robert Jenrick then, it was James Brokenshire, and it might not be Robert Jenrick at the end of the day, we don't know, but the point is there is a minister who holds the power to intervene in these cases, and they're not doing it. And we think it's frankly disgraceful that in a climate and ecological emergency, a council who have declared a climate emergency are still having to consider an application to expand a mine, and the government are just either refusing to intervene or taking a vow of silence, and everyone is passing the buck, and we'd like to see some leadership on the issue and the proposed extension to just not even have to be considered. A few other things. Robert,
signing out for now, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Please like Extinction Rebellion page. Whoa. Please like Extinction Rebellion page. Please like Extinction Rebellion UK. Join us for more actions at the Durham coal mine on the 26th of February, and share this video, and also the march on the 22nd of February in London. Please check the Facebook for details. Cheers, bye.